Hey, what's going on, guys? The Protogen here, and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be doing something really funny today, and I can't wait to get into it. But first, I want to talk to you guys about something a little bit that's important. I'm just going to go ahead and put a timestamp to when the actual video starts in the screen right about now, so that if you don't want to hear all this and you just want to get straight to the funny stuff, then go right ahead. It won't hurt me. It's just for the people who are curious. If not, then well, just hear what I have to say. Regardless, though, I will make this quick and easy and short, just to make it a lot less, tedious, and just get the point across as quickly as possible. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. I have decided to take another turn with the channel as a whole. Instead of just sort of, playing like a couple of different types of games in a variety and trying to cover a bunch of games in general, like, Overwatch, Smash, any other game that comes to mind, 14, I guess, in this case, just kind of, instead of like doing a bunch of games at once and just trying to capture a whole bunch of stuff in a big ol' like bubble of content to do, I'm just gonna focus on one game, and that one game I've chosen is Final Fantasy XIV Online, which I've made a video on. Like, probably the last video I made it on was back when I made the patch 6.1 discussion video, if you guys watched that. And before that, I believe the last thing I talked about when it came to 14, well, not talked about, more just made a video on the game, was back when I did the 3 Harass do their dailies. And I still want to make a part 2 of that someday, but I have no idea when that's coming. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing, to be honest, but anyway. I've decided to focus mainly on this game and this game alone in terms of my channel. So I will be making gameplay videos, like probably just streaming some Savage content. If you guys already haven't seen the live stream preview, I'm gonna be making like discussion videos, tier lists, all that fun stuff. But the main focus of the channel from that one will be on Final Fantasy XIV Online. And as I said before, if you feel like you want to unsubscribe or something, or just like don't care for the channel after that, then that's fine. I only do this for fun anyway, and I don't really need to have a whole bunch of people backing me all the time, because it's just a thing that I do purely as a hobby, and it's going to be nothing more, nothing less. But anyway, what will that mean for, Nova's analysis, my Smash content, Bayonetta? I know you guys probably been waiting on that, but all that really means is that I'm just going to be posting like a bunch of videos on Final Fantasy XIV. Will I still make videos on other games occasionally? Yes. Yes, I will. I'll still maybe occasionally pump out a Smash video if I'm in the mood, or maybe, if there's something that really interests me, like Overwatch, I'll post a video on that. And, when Splatoon 3 comes out, maybe I'll make a video on that too. But I will primarily focus on Final Fantasy XIV above all else, so when it comes to making my content from here point on, because it just makes it a lot easier to just, focus on, what can I do on 14 instead of trying to think, I wonder what game I should record today. Because, like, I can't just record game to game to game, because if I keep changing games, then people are going to be like, well, what the hell is this the channel for? Like, what the hell is he trying to do? And I'm like, I don't want people to get confused, all these newcomers to get confused about what I do. I want them to know exactly what I'm doing, so that they're like, okay, this is the channel for me, I'm going to subscribe to it. Or they can decide, okay, well, this isn't what I'm looking for, I'm going to go somewhere else. Because, if they came from my Smash content, for example, and then I all of a sudden upload a video on fucking Paladins, and they're going to be like, well, what the hell, where's Smash? I wanted Smash content. And they're going to think, oh, well, I guess he's not doing Smash content, and that was a one-time thing. And then he's just going to unsubscribe. Oh, he or she, I don't know. They're going to unsubscribe, and that's not really a good feeling. Because, like, they probably came for this, and they didn't expect me to upload that, and they think that I'm just not going to do it, and that was a one-time thing. So, yeah. This is a final decision, and this will most likely be what the channel's focus on will be forever, because I really do love this game a lot, and it's just a game that I spent a whole lot of time on. Probably the most time that I spent on a game next to Smash, because Smash is like probably like my most played game next to this game in terms of pure play time, but that's a whole different story. And what will that mean for Nova's analysis? Nova's analysis will still stay the same. I'll still make a Nova's analysis. My PNG sticker stuff is not going anywhere either. I'm not going to get rid of them, because frankly I spent way too much time and money getting them together, and I really would hate to just throw them in the trash just because I'm changing my channel direction again. But I will still do Noah's analysis. I'll still make videos on games, movies, TV shows, whatever, randomly. It'll just be a lot more sparse. I'm probably gonna start doing them like on like a bi-weekly thing where I'll upload like every like week. I'll try to upload a 14 video alongside a Noah's analysis video, if not a Noah's analysis video after my 14 video. But it'll still be on a schedule of sorts. But as for Noah's analysis, I probably won't be making it as consistent as my 14 content. But it will still be around for those who are interested in what I have to say on certain games and stuff. And I'll probably even make Noah's analysis on 14 stuff specifically. But I will still be making those videos, and I will gladly be using them for as long as I can, because it is a treat, and I know you guys really enjoy them, so I will definitely keep doing that. This explanation's already gotten a lot further than I wanted it to, but yeah, that's all I wanted to say, really. I hope you guys can support me in this drastic change in my channel's direction again, and I promise that this will be the last time that I'll ever, do something like this, where I'll change my whole channel's narrative overnight, basically. It wasn't overnight. I thought about this for a while, and I decided, why the hell not? But yeah, I know it still might come as a shock to some people. But yeah, don't worry. Noah's analysis is not going anywhere. I will still make videos on other games occasionally, but the main focus of the channel from now on will be on Final Fantasy XIV Online. Anyway, enjoy the video. Today, we're going to be doing a really bit of an interesting video today. As you guys can see, I am currently in Balmung right now, and for those of you who don't know, Balmung is known as the, let's just call it the place where all of the very casual people like to hang out. And not saying that they're like, bad at the game, but just other words, just, you'll know if you know. And we're going to be looking at some cards, and what you might be thinking, well, what the hell's a card? A card is basically think of it as a way to expand upon the Final Fantasy XIV search info, because instead of having that short little introduction in like I think that 100 characters that they give you, people will usually, like, if they want to put like a more detailed description of the character for any type of reason, or just they want to advertise their bar, like their in-game RP bar or something like that, they'll use a card, which is basically like a little mini website for people who don't want to have a whole ass fake website, like those Squarespace or something. This is not sponsored, by the way, but yeah, it's basically just a little mini website people put together for like either menus or character profiles or whatever. And a lot of people make them, especially people around here. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be going around and finding a little bit of the best and worst cards that I can find. Now, keep in mind, this is not bullying, and I'm not going to be making fun of anybody, like, as in, like, in a mean-spirited way. This is all in good fun, and I do not mean anything against anybody in this video. So if you pop up in this video and you say, hey, that's my card, what, he doesn't like it? And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to just use this video to bash anybody or make fun of anyone or embarrass anyone. This is all just like lighthearted stuff. But if you do see your card appear in this video and you want it to be removed, don't be afraid to DM me. My Discord is in the description below, and I'll happily trim it out of the video. No questions asked. Anyway, let's go and card hunting, shall we? Alright, here we are at the first card of the video. Again, I will be blurring out the name, so if you see a random blur anywhere, that's why, because I don't want to expose anyone or have people get people on them and making fun of them. So, let's see. I'm not going to be reading the whole card either, because if I try to read everybody's card, this video would be like an hour long, so we're just gonna skim through it, and if I see something that's interesting, I'll click through it. Alright, let's see. A knight adventuring in strange and foreign lands. He finds that he can get through a great many conversations with a mere silent nod. I mean, like any silent protagonist ever. Sordid details. There are other conversations he would rather prefer to avoid, however. Okay, interesting image there. Frivolous details. And then there are conversations that simply do not make sense if you're supposed to take lore into account. What? So what, he knows Evan suck or something? Let's take a little bit look at the sordid details. again, I'm not gonna read through. Oh my god, this is a whole ass paragraph. Okay, I'm gonna get close to the mic for this. Usually it's from the few remaining tiny countries in Ilsabard, her fleeing Garlean oppression, thanks to ill-advised rebellions or ineffective resistance to the Empire's influence. However, it is highly suspect that the Saiji family, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, had sided with the Imperials and suffered ostracization, nailed it, when the satellite duchy decided to attempt their own insurrection. Neither interested in being executed by revolutionaries, nor being from a family influential enough to attempt to find favor with the Empire. Grey would instead hide any possible Imperial sympathies and seek his fortune in other, rather distant lands. Working as a mercenary certainly wouldn't meet such approval, especially as Grey tended to prefer the alluring guild offered by the well rather than the insufferable platitudes offered by the idealist. Still, being a minor noble from some forgettable place but mean that there wouldn't be too much interest placed in suggested scandals. Rumors, really. Hardly anything substantial to elaborate on. For example, he has a preference to avoid Gridania. Same, bro. Stating a distaste for the abundance of nature there. Though someone's beloved tree may have been set afire due to the presence of a hornet's nest, others may also find fault with his adventuring ways. Pilfering precious artifacts with the reasoning that they belong in a well-paying museum. There's also the possible controversy that the exiled noble may frequent the livelier parts of Ul'dah and wear their revealing garments in search of attention, though really it is rather hot there. It's expected that one would wear slightly more exposing clothing than a typical Ishgardian might wear. And then there's the concern that he might be cursed. Okay. I mean, it's interesting, I guess. I'd give this like I mean, it looks nice, you know, it's not too shabby, not too, you know, not all over the place. It's pretty well put together. I'd say I'd get this like a B tier card. Maybe like a C tier at lowest, but B tier, I say solid on that one. Alright, I'm instantly assaulted with the green barrage. Alrighty. Oh, okay. I don't know if I want to show any of that, but I'll probably just blur that. Okay. Interesting. What's this? Can't be reached. There's literally nothing here. There's this random song was from SoundCloud. I'm not listening to that. There's a lot of weird images right here. I'm probably gonna just blur this entire section because it's nothing bad. Nothing bad at all. It's just I don't know if I can show this on YouTube, and I'd rather not get my video taken down or flagged. So we're just gonna skip this card because there really isn't nothing here. I know it did say this was a work in progress card in like, you know, right next to it when I looked at it, and I thought, well, okay, well, maybe he just doesn't have any pictures up, or he just doesn't have as much stuff on there as he'd like yet, because my card's technically a work in progress too. But there's literally nothing here. Like the about, it's literally just text, and there's like 4 weird images in the middle that I have no idea if they correlate with each other at all. And then there's this random SoundCloud link to a song that I've never heard of, and that looks like German, I think, but nothing else really here. So I'm just gonna give this honestly like a F.
Why
tier.
you bullying me?
I'm sorry, dude. Alrighty, we've got, it looks like a Lion King ass background we got here. So we got biography, appearance, personality, and then 18 plus. I'm not even gonna bother clicking on the 18 plus one because I already know that it's gonna be some fucking wild shit in there, and this is not this type of video, and I do not want this video to get flagged or taken down. So if you want to peruse that part for yourself, if you're appropriate age, go ahead, but otherwise I'm not doing it in this video. Let's look at the biography. How much is here? Pretty moderate amount. Like I said, I'm not going to be reading through every bit of text that I see. I'm just going to look at whatever is interesting. Not a whole lot here. It's kind of just blank text on the back of our African savanna background. But anyway, let's go ahead and read this. Born and raised in the temperature fields of southern Ilzabard, another Ilzabard, Bolvar spent much of his adolescence tracking and hunting down the many-sworded beasts which stalked the golden plains of his homeland. As the young Helion continued to mature, it quickly became apparent that both our strengths and powers would be far more useful in the direct service of matriarchy rather than simple hunting parties. As a proud Helion eager to serve the crown, Bolvar was quick to take up the blade in the Queen's name, tasked with protecting his people's vast hunting grounds south of the towering Ilzabar mountain ranges. Bolvar and his brothers in arms kept vigilance over brilliant golden fields. However, it was only a matter of time before the Garleans began to approach upon Helion territory. Didn't know they had territory. To this day, it is still unclear if the invading Imperial forces had purposely made a push into Helion-controlled lands in order to seize territory, or if they had mistaken the savage felines as simply another beast tribe to exterminate. Regardless of the Empire's motives, the Imperial soldiers were set upon by Bolvar and his brothers without a shred of mercy. Throughout the ensuing skirmishes, Bolvar's zeal for glorious slaughter did not go unnoticed by his fellow warriors, and upon subjugation and extermination of the Garlean intruders, the towering brute and his fellow clansmen were given an offer that they simply couldn't refuse. Due to the speed and ferocity that Bolvar and his battle brothers descended upon the men clad in steel and iron, they would be gifted a chance to serve as gladiators within Her Majesty's Royal Colosseum. He spelled that wrong. For the following 8 years, Bolvar would spill blood and have his blood spilt upon the sandy floor of the Colosseum. Spelled it wrong again. Revealing in the honor of entertaining the royals and his fellow clansmen in the brutal, spectacular fashion. It wasn't until the matriarchy began to take more of an interest in the far-off lands and kingdoms dotted across Hydaelyn that the Helion monarchy deemed it necessary to expand their sphere of influence. It was here that Bolvar would again be given an offer he couldn't refuse. I don't know why he used that same term twice. The hulking brute, along with several others amongst his clan, were quickly asked upon venturing forth into these strange new lands in order to act as representatives of sorts, earning glory for the kingdom through personal acts, thus proving the might of the Helion matriarchy to all the other races of the star. I don't really agree with whatever the hell font that they use with this, because it makes the text look so jarring to look at for an extended amount of time. I'm sorry, I mean, at least it's not Comic Sans, but honestly I feel like I prefer Comic Sans over whatever the hell this is. Let's look at appearance and personality. I'm not reading all this. Let's just take the first paragraph of appearance and I'll just move on. Standing at an imposing height of 8 foot 6 inches, Bolvar wasn't exactly the hardest man to pick out from a crowd. Just one quick look at the proud Hrothgar would be enough to confirm that the feline savage lived a life by the blade. Built like a brick outhouse, okay, it was all too clear that Bolvar valued physical strength above all else, honing his Herculean frame into the perfect weapon to crush any and all who threatened the matriarchy. Alrighty. Well, again, I'm not looking at anything else. If you want to look at the card, you can each find it yourself. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and move on. As for the rating, I'd give this a B. Not a B, it's like a C tier. It's a C tier. It's a good card. I feel like he probably could have chosen a better font. Maybe had his character on the side or something right here. I have no idea why he didn't do something like that. I don't really know what the background is supposed to be referencing at all, because, I mean, yeah, his character, just for the biography, but it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, is he African? Like, is he kind of like an African? Like, I don't get it. But it's just my personal opinion. Anyway, moving on. Oh, okay, okay. It's a bit of an interesting card here. Like, he had a little phone, and it just kind of, like, expanded upon itself with all the stuff, with information. I didn't even know you could do that. That must be like a premium stuff or something. Is there anything else here? Oh, it keeps going. Okay. Let's see. Name, blurring that out. Age 24, sex male, height 6'6", so he's still shorter than the Hrothgar that we talked about earlier. Eyes green, race Elysian, server Balmung, of course. Order of the Wolf, lodestone. I guess that's his lodestone ID. Backstory. All right. Not a whole lot here, so we're gonna go ahead and read through it. Oh, never mind. There's more. Exiting turn. Okay, no, that's it. Yeah, we can read through all this. Why not? Case hails from the sprawl, perhaps its northern part. Memories of his childhood included moonscapes with slabs of freeway, concrete, broken slag, and rusting refineries. At 22, he'd been one of the best hackers in the sprawl. In his youth, he was a rustler, always in the high adrenaline, living for the boundless exultation of cyberspace. Some fancy fucking words there. He frequented in the bars as a cowboy hotshot, where the elite stance involved contempt for the meat space. Operating as a console cowboy from a custom deck, he worked for employers who provided software to penetrate the ice of corporate systems and steal their data. When he was 23, he converted all of his assets to a fat sheep of illegal new yen. Okay. He managed to find a position in the criminal ecology of Night City through lies and betrayal, occupying the dubious position of middleman and Mr. Evil between the buyer and the seller. He ran the fastest and loosest deals on the street, and built a reputation for getting whatever his clients wanted. And that's it. In terms of presentation, I honestly did say this is really, really fucking good. There's not much else to be desired, however. There's no pictures or anything. It's like fancy and really cool, like, loading screen. I love this whole little terminal aspect and how it's all, like, how it was on a phone and it loaded up and all this stuff is just kind of loading, and it looks like a system, I guess, like an old system. Not really much else though going for it, so I'd get this one. I'd say probably like a C. Yeah, I'm confident. Anyway, moving on. Okay, after like literally searching for cards for about like 5 minutes, I finally found someone with a card. It took me a lot longer than I thought. There was one other guy who I said he had a card, but he said to tell him for it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna send people a damn tell. So yeah, we found someone with the card in the search info after a while of searching, so we're gonna take a look at this one. Alright. So far so good. I'm liking the presentation so far. I don't know why the image is low resolution like that, but that's not really something I nitpick about often. So we're gonna take a look at this guy. Let's see. General information. Age 32, race Hrothgar, male, straight. Vagabond, I don't know what vagabond means. Merc, adventurer, vocals, deep voice with a Brummy accent. I have no idea what that sounds like. Nope. Let's see. Don't care about any of that. Appearance. Hair, mithril white. Coat, charcoal black. Eyes, silver cat-like eyes. I mean, duh, you're a Hrothgar. Height, 7'1". Body built and toned. At a glance. Let's see. Always in an eye patch. Face guard. Let's see. Out of context info. Due to limitations of eye patches in this game, the patch may switch from eye to eye. Please ignore. Alright, let's take a look at his gallery real quick. Let's see. Okay. I don't get the context behind that, but okay. I like that one a lot. That's nice. A little bit edgy in that one. That one's pretty cool. I like that one too. The angle's nice. That's a really good one. I don't get that one. Also pretty edgy. Don't get that one, but it looks cool. That one's really, yes, I really like this one. This one's nice. This one's alright. Same as the last one. Oh, yeah, alright, that's it. Pretty good images, I'd say. At least, like, not that's the first person I've seen who had the whole gallery. Let's see. Likes and dislikes. Adventure. The man has to work and make his coin, so feel free to hire him for some help and muscle. Small company, when crowds get too big and the motive, you will often find Keldor enjoying a more quiet venue of choice. Small talk, and large conversations alike. Keldor enjoys meeting your faces and learning about them. Coming from a distant land on his own, he wants one by yours yet and its inhabitants. Likes, dislike, dishonesty. Keldor has been double-crossed enough to make his trust a hard thing to gain. Arrogance, all equal in the eyes of him. No amount of guild loyalty changes that. Selfishness, Kel doesn't sacrifice his character for coin. Anyone lost on a job bears very heavy on his slate from previous events. Hooks, adventure travel, buy him a drink, ask him about his scars, sometimes found ruminating while rubbing his hands together. Okay. Out of context info, I don't really care about any of that, because that's not something I need to know about. Backstory. Oh, there's a lot here. Okay, let's look at H31, the most recent one. The trip was long and rough at the might of those deadly seas. I don't know why I said that twice. But Keldor had arrived in Limsa in more or less one piece to start anew. Using his skills of combat, he was able to find quick work and lodgings for himself. That new world allowed him to forget his sins and repay the world and its people back for the luck he was bestowed. Where might adventure take him in the years to come? Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff here, but at the same time, I honestly, this is a whole mini novel that we're looking at, so I'm not gonna read all of this. Straight up, like I don't have the time. Maybe in a future video, maybe I'll do a stream where I'll stream me looking at cards and reading everything on them, excluding the more mature audience type stuff. But honestly, I'd get this card. This is S tier card. I'm not even gonna lie. It's very straightforward. It's well presented. It's kind of like my card almost, honestly. He has a gallery, which is no one else really had so far. He has out of context stuff, and he has suggestions on how to get him hooked, as in, like, you know, how to get him to talk to you if you're into that. And he even has like extensive backstory. And all the general stuff is right up front, so if you don't want to click through all this stuff, you don't have to. It's really good put together. Well done. Alright, I found another card. Let's take a look at this. Alright, cool. Alright, I almost said the name. That would have given them away. Alright, Azela, born of the steppe, and educated in Old Charlian, blessed with the echo and a wealth of ancient knowledge she inherited from a mysterious stone. Alright, profile, interesting pose. Let's see, age 26, junior female, date of birth 5th son of the 5th astral moon, year 1553 of the 6th astral era. Very specific, and they use Final Fantasy terms for that. It's, extra points. Let's see, height 164 centimeters, weight 56 kilograms, build slim, hair colors coral pink, eye color red. Notable features: deathly pale skin with lusciously dark blue scales, as is usual with Zayla. Her tail tapers to a sharp point with 4 individual thick spines protruding from the sides. Her body, while slim in stature, is surprisingly toned and strong, even when she pursued more academic goals. She's also tall for a Zayla woman. Let's see. Kula can be described as eccentric, brash, stubborn, and reckless. She suffers fools and idiots with little patience and tolerance, making her displeasure very much known to all in earshot, and will make an effort to drive such individuals off. Alright. Oh, they have a gallery as well. It's only this one image though. Let's see. relationships. A list of the various individuals who have helped shape Killy into the person she is. Chapter. Oh, there's whole ass chapters. Oh my god. This is a whole ass novel. Yeah, I'm not gonna read through all that because certainly I don't have the time. But there's like a whole lot of chapters here. Like, it has a whole, there's like a mini story here. So I'd rather not read through all this. So yeah, I'd say this is a. I'd say this is like another B tier. Because they got a gallery and stuff, and they got a lot of different stuff. They got short stories, they got relationships, they got profile. I mean, short stories is not here, but yeah, they got a lot of all of the standard stuff. You know, they got their character on the side here. This nice contrast to the character. Again, low quality. It was just low quality, but I honestly think that might be a little bit of a card issue, not so much the player. Because I don't know much about card usage. I mean, I have a card, but I haven't looked at my own personal card in like forever. So, yeah. Yeah, let's say this is a solid B tier too. Alright, now for the actual last card of the video. Let's see. Living is gambling. If we're gonna let the god roll the dice, should we not earn something of it? Okay, well, interesting quote there. They got a picture of, I think that's the Grand Canyon. I honestly don't know. Let's see. Home, that's already there. That's where we are. Biography. Alias, the Beast. Age, early 30s. Name, day 6, son of the second humble moon. Ginger male. Race, Highlander. Occupation, gambler, sellsword. Still mercenary. Okay, there's not a whole lot here. Well, let's go ahead and read all of it. Aurel was just a young boy when his parents joined with the Malachite merchant caravan as a means of leaving Alamigo. The King Thoric's rise to power, a truth they wished to have no part of. As he grew, his days were filled with learning how to shape metal from his parents, and how to fight from the guards that traveled with the caravan until he was able to join them. What comes next is still a blur to Aurel. He remembers the sky growing dark and the animals restless, a noise accompanied by a light and silence. He evoked days after the 7th Umbral Calamity to learn that aside from a few guards and merchants, both the caravan and his family were no more. With no ties to any one land save for Ul'dah, where he was taken to recover, he chose to look ahead and survive the only ways he knew how. When he dons his armor and accepts the contract, he is a quiet man, almost one-tracked with his focus to completion. When his axe is rested, however, the true Aurel comes out to play. With more money than sense and a quiet taste for the thrill of the moment, he can usually be found wherever money changes hands, searching for one more roll, one more race, one more bet on the sands. Okay. Hooks. That's just more RP stuff. Let's look. Hello there, I'm Aurel. Thank you for taking the time to look at my biography. I'm usually doing duties or searching for glamours, but I'd like to get back into roleplay. If you have any idea of where Aurel can fit, or if you just want to wing a session, just send me a tell. Now there you go, ladies. This guy is single, I think. I mean, again, I don't really care, but as for the card itself, I'd say it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. He has his character there, right here. I think that's him in the gold saucer. I'd give this a solid. I'd say this is another. This is like a B tier again. A lot of B tier cards. Then again, I've only looked through like 5 cards up to this point, so I can't really say for sure. And there you go. That is all the cards that I could find in a short amount of time. I apologize if this video didn't feel that long, or if it felt a little bit rushed or something. I don't mean it to be. I really had this video brewing in my mind, and I wanted to make it out as soon as I can. Don't worry, newest analysis is still coming. It's been on the back burner for a while, I realized that, but I just wanted to get something short and sweet out for you guys, just so you have something to chew on until the real stuff comes out to play. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace out.